Hey, what's up? This is your girl Diamond. How are you? Well, this is some unsurprising tea, but some tea that we are going to talk about. This foolishness with Benzino and Shauna Brooks. But hey, how are y'all doing? My name is Diamond Stylz. I am the host of Marsha's Play podcast and the executive director of Black Trans Women's Inc. And I go live every Friday at 7 o'clock. Hey, CL. Hey, Ray. Hey, Kay. We will get started in about 10, 15 minutes. Let everybody get in. Hey, Brandon. Mm-mm. Come on, lady with values. Come on, Joelle. I ain't seen Joelle in a minute. Where you been? You been hiding, or have you been working? This is going to be a juicy topic. Yes. Hey, Jenna. How are you? I know you've been gone. You missed a whole lot of mess last week with Wild Seed. He has been or is it Wild Seed or is it Ready? Is it I don't know who it is. Whoever it is. A bunch of silliness. Well, y'all like my little hat. I love me a stiff brim, baby. Trying to get these coins. I know that's right. Come on. Praying for a new gig. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Nasty stiff brim. One of my favorite neutrals is light gray. So I have so many items that are light gray that I love. I love light gray. It's one of other than black. I love black, but it's light gray is one of my favorite neutrals. Um, yeah, I love light gray. It's pretty, like a really soft. I like dark gray too, but but light gray is my fave. Ah, so anything going good with your life? What's been happening? Your Twitter stories about the white girl on your job was a kiki. I needed that laugh today. I know, isn't that crazy? That's a crazy situation. So let me tell y'all that real quick if y'all haven't been paying attention, or if y'all don't follow me on Twitter or Facebook, whatever. Um, so y'all know I used to be a store manager for Bath and Body Works, right? And I hired this girl. So when she came, she was really, really good. She had great bubbly personality. She was a great seller. She just was everything. So I needed like a co-manager or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, well, she has experience. She used to work at a Bath and Body Works store. So it's like she was perfect. Like as far as her personality, as far as just everything about her was perfect. When I saw her, like just looking at her with my eyes, I personally thought that she was just like a mixed girl, like a biracial girl, like black and something else. It could have been white, it could have been Asian, it could have, you know what I'm saying? I just know when I saw her, it looked like she had some type of black in her, like her hair texture, her eyes, her complexion. You know, it's just I just got that she was biracial. So, but I'm not gonna ask. Like, it's not important enough for me to ask. It's just that when you look at people, you make assumptions based on how they look, and it is what it is. But I'm not gonna be like, are you biracial? That's not something that I would do. So we continue. I hire her, and she's my co-manager. We have two sales leads, and we kind of just going along the flow. But when you going with the flow, but when you work with people, y'all have conversations, and certain details about their life comes out. So one time, this is like 2000 and It has to be like 17. It has to be like 17, I think. So we're at work and we're having this political conversation. Nothing real deep and serious, but she comes out and tells me in almost like a microaggression that she is a Trump supporter who happened to vote for. I'm sorry. She is not a Trump supporter. She is a Republican that I happened to vote for Hillary. And so because she did not like Trump. So his misogyny and just as a woman, she's like, I couldn't. I'm a long time Republican, but I could not vote for him. So she voted for Hillary. And she was telling me that in this weird kind of microaggressive type of situation, like I'm not the stereotype. I'm not the, yeah, I'm Republican, but I got some sense and da 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 da. Some type of rebuttal. And so in this conversation, she was saying that she was white. So in my mind, I'm like, white? Like I'm looking at her like, you're white? And I asked her, she says, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that you were white. Okay, cool. Oh, not that it would have mattered, but okay, you're a white Republican. So, so this whole imagine you having a political conversation with somebody that you think is biracial, and then they tell you that they are a white Republican. The flip of dynamics really, really changed. So I was like, but if you tell me you're a white Republican, I'm gonna believe you. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Fooled the shit out of me, but okay, cool. So we left it at that. So I'm seeing how she's maneuvering, like throughout how she engages her thought process about things, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a white Republican because she gives me weird ass energy. So one day we both are at work, so that's this. Maybe like 3 or 4 months later, maybe. She has a baby. She's pregnant, so she has a baby. And she always complains about her husband because he doesn't have a job. He's white and he doesn't have a job. And you get what I'm saying? He's just a loser. Basically, he's just a loser. And she makes the bread. Um, Thank you, Brian. And hey, Andre, and Guru, yes. Um, and so she makes the bread or whatever. And so she always is complaining about him. I'm like, God, I would not be without dude like that because honey, he would be out. Like I'm never like the sugar mama energy. I'm never the take care of dude energy. No, you need to bring some kind of coins into the house because child, and I'm pregnant. Get out of here. Anyway, so always complaining about him being a loser. So one day, her mom is bringing. She has the baby, and one day her mom is bringing the baby to work, like I don't know what the circumstances was, but the mom was babysitting the baby and she was bringing the baby to work like right before she got off. So her mom can go directly to her job and she'll have the baby or whatever because there was some time thing or whatever. So the mother walks in and I'm looking at the mother and I'm like, this lady, she's clearly Asian, but not just any kind of Asian, not just not she is a dark skinned Asian, like Lao, is that how you say it? Lao? Lao or Thai or Cambodian, some kind of really not South Asian like Indian, but like really like Thai and Polynesian. She's that dark Asian, that dark South Asian. Um, where I'm like, sweetie, how you get white out of this? Because your mother is darker than me, and she's clearly not white, and I'm not understanding. Now, apparently, her father is white, so I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay. She just chose a side. Cool. Okay, great. But it was and her mother was Jamaican. That's another whole thing. So you have this Asian, dark-skinned Jamaican woman walk in the door. Um, and I'm like, that's your mom? Like biological mom? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you have a Asian, brown, Jamaican mom, and you consider yourself white? I, I'm somebody who believes it. What identity you pick, in the sense of, like, as far as if you biracial, now you can't be white and pick, oh, I'm black. Then that gets weird, like racial dolezal. But to me, if you tell me that you are white, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna run with it. Cool. But I'm gonna gag when I see your dark skinned mama. I'm gonna gag when I see your dark skinned mama. And so it was a whole gag. You feel what I'm saying? It's gagged me. Now I'm like, oh, I don't really say nothing because it's not none of my business and I don't really care. I don't really care, but it's a gag. I'm like, oh wow, how people's identity kind of, I don't know. It just seems quite interesting. Because I'm like, you clearly to me look like you have, like, something is African in there. Like, I would need to see this ancestry DNA because something is in your complexion, everything. Fast forward to maybe like 9 months later. 9 months later, I'm at work and I am the closer for that day. So she was the opener and I am the closer. So my boss calls me and say, "Hey, Diamond, I need you to come into work early because loss prevention is coming to your store to fire her." I'm like, "Wait, what did she do? Why is she getting fired?" And my boss says, "Because she's stealing money, and she stole $2,700 worth of money." Like, how? What? How? What? How? And she was like, yeah, she's doing returns. So what she would do is in the morning, she would like, say somebody comes in with a return, um, she would take, like, or exchange or something, she would take the receipt, that the extra, the anytime we do a return, we keep, or exchange, anything that deals with fucking return or exchange. There's another copy of the receipt that comes out and we keep it put in a drawer. But that code is the same on the register. So if we scan the code, we can use that like as a return receipt. And so, but the computer knows it. So her dumbass was taking that receipt. She was taking what she would do is she would trade out the original receipt with the return receipt and give the return printout to the customer and use that original receipt to go get the real items off the off the shelf and scan them as if somebody is returning them, but get the money out the drawer as if a real customer is returning it. So she was doing that. But the thing about doing it that way is that there is an average level. There's four managers. We're the only ones who can do returns in this way. Okay. Um, Not only anybody can do a return that's a cashier, so anybody can do it, but it is certain amounts that get flagged, and it's certain average that everybody gets throughout the whole store. It is a whole average, and the computer is calculating your average of returns. So if you are doing more than usual returns, your number is going to be way higher than the rest of us because there is an average across the board. And so loss prevention comes in and he shows me that me and my other managers are like at like maybe I don't know, let's say that we are at we on the average for the month or week, we return like $250. Everybody's number is going to be different, but there is going to be a constant average for everybody. But she was up every week, like so much money, like 200, just different, like not 200, like, uh, 500, 700, like every week she was up this astronomical number. And they had a graph that showed, now we not loss prevention. So we don't know that they are keeping track of this stuff. So when he shows me the data, I'm gagged. I'm like, oh damn, they watching it for real. Now I don't steal, so I don't even think about it. But I'm like, damn, y'all got the whole technological shit covered. And I'm like, damn. So the man shows me the graph of all the managers and the type of returns that we do. What kind of this, what kind of that, da 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 da. Da. And me and the other three managers are very all the same exact numbers. Like not exact numbers, but very, very close. I think all of us had like 200 to 300 average returns in a week. And she's over here, added up, she over here done returned like $2,700. And in Texas, the thing about it is, if you and the policy is, if you steal more than $1,500, it's no longer a misdemeanor. If it's some small number, or a petty larceny or something like that. If it's a small number, the company can say, the company's policy is, we say, all right, girl, you fired by this little bit of money, like you steal $50. It's like, okay, girl, good gone. But if you steal over $1,500, we have to prosecute you. And y'all know me and my politics around, hey Periton, and my politics around police. I do whatever I can to avoid calling the police on anybody. That's just my personal politics. So, like, if you were stealing in my store, I'm probably not gonna call the police. I'm probably gonna tell you, look, stop fucking stealing in my store. And a lot of motherfuckers be like, why do you care? It's not your stuff. Listen, now if I was a sales associate, I would have been like, I do not give a fuck, bitch. Don't do it in my face so I can get fired when somebody be like, oh, you see her stealing, you must be your friend. Then I'm gonna be like, Frankie from Set It Off. I don't know this motherfucker. Y'all firing me because a motherfucker stealing? I don't want to be that. But I ain't gonna be chasing you down across some fucking corporate shit. I don't give a fuck about this shit like that. Running out the store, chasing you, grabbing your bag, all that shit. I am not doing it. You got me fucked up. No. But as a store manager, what people don't understand is our bonuses is based on sales. And so if you steal all of my best selling, I'm from Bath and Body Works, my best selling candles, that could lead to my bonus. Like if I need $250 to make this $2,500 bonus, and you stole $300 worth of my best selling candles, you just affected my bottom line. Where I don't, and they only send me a certain amount of candles because I'm a certain level of a store. They only send every store a certain amount of inventory. And if you done stole them, they're not gonna send me no more. I can't just order anymore. So you literally have affected my money by stealing all of my best selling shit. So yes, I'm gonna be pissed off because at the end of this month, when I'm scrambling at the end of the week to make this bonus, and bonuses for store managers are huge. They fucking 2,500, 3,000, and we get a percentage of our sales over. So you stealing these fucking $250 worth of candles from me can affect me getting my $3,000 bonus. You think I don't give a fuck about that? Bitch, I do. You feel what I'm saying? Bitch, you got me fucked up. I do care about that. I don't care about these people, this company, but I do give a fuck about my bonuses, bitch. So don't steal my motherfucking candles. Or my Japanese cherry blossom. Or my whatever sells sickening. I don't need you stealing shit. Don't come to my store and steal. Go steal from Galleria. They a fucking $2.7 million store. They can afford it. I'm a little store in Rice Village. Don't come steal our shit. We too little. Get the fuck out of here. So that's why people be caring when they work in retail. But anyway, so I don't be wanting to light people up ever. So we do the little interview with my manager, my co-manager, and I'm like, okay, look, they ask, now we got to ask her what happened, da da da. So she get to crying and get to telling us, get to telling us how her husband doesn't have a job and he's not helping with bills and times is hard and she just got desperate. She is so sorry. Da 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 da. Da. I'm like, oh my God. Let's call her Kelly. I'm like, oh my God, Kelly. Like, why wouldn't you tell somebody? I was like, we have talked about personal shit. You could have told me what was up and we could have helped you. First of all, we have a great company. We do work for back L Brands. There is certain things about their company that is fucking amazing. Like I remember when Harvey happened, they reimbursed me for my hotel. They paid for my other co-managers whose car got flooded out. They paid $1,500 because her car was you know, a little bucket. But they paid for her to get a new car, $1,500 for her to get a new car. I had left the city and had hotel fees and couldn't fly back. They paid for my whole hotel fees, reimbursed my money for that. Um, they were they just really really good, like really really good in regards to taking care of that people who are, you know, who are in their management program, in their management position. So if you're going through hard times, they literally got a fund that will help you as an employee, that two funds from the company and a fund that people can voluntarily sign up to take like a dollar or two out of their check towards a fund to help the workers. So if you're going through hard times, you literally can apply for it, and they can give you money to help pay your rent, to help pay da 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 da. All you got to do is fucking tell us, and it's something they email us about all the time. So if you're going through hardship, because they know statistically, people who steal from the company is usually people who are going through hardships. So if they have something in place to help you, why the fuck are you stealing? And so most of the time it's because you're fucking embarrassed. But bitch, we done talked about shit, serious shit about your husband, about hard times, and I don't give the vibe of I'm judgy. We get the vibe of let's talk, let's work it out. Like literally, she has called me about not having a babysitter, and I let her bring the fucking baby, which you know is a safety hazard, but bring the fucking baby and sit the baby in the back while we work, and I'll help you. We can go back and forth, da da da, because didn't have no fucking babysitter. I'm not the type of person that's gonna get you fired because of shit. Like anyway. So why? So I'm looking at her like, why did you do this? Because now you in a worse situation. And so now we got the loss prevention dude. We're supposed to be talking about, wait, hold on, let me okay, we 22 minutes. We got some time. Now we in so now the loss prevention dude, this is just a white man that do not give a care about you. He doesn't care. I care about you. But this white man, the side that you chose to be on, this white man do not give a fuck about you. He wants to lock you up. He's literally sneaking and telling me that he's about to call the police on you right now. And so while he goes out of the room, while he goes out of the room to sneak and call the police, to sneak and call the police, I tell Kelly, "Hey Kelly, look, he about to call the police on you, girl. Sneak out the back door and just leave. Go leave, because I know." Oh, wait, I'm skipping ahead. I'm sorry, I skipped a whole huge part. Before I got to that, when he sneaks out of the room, she calls her husband, the deadbeat white boy, on the phone and tell him, "I think they caught me with the returns and blah 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 blah. They caught me with the returns." And on the phone, on speakerphone, the husband says, "Why would you do that, Kelly? Why are you stealing? We live with your mom. Your mom is not going to kick us out if we don't pay her rent." Now, his logic, I get it. Your mama is not going to kick us out. Why are you stealing and messing up your money? But in my mind, your deadbeat ass telling me this is all out of fucking whack. Like if you were my nigga and your deadbeat ass is telling me I need to fucking I don't need to be stealing or hustling to try to get some kind of semblance of rent or and contribute to my mama's bills while I'm living with her, and you living with me with my mama, and you trying to say my mama ain't gonna kick us out. So you literally trying to mooch off my mama, and I'm working hard taking these risks to pay my help my mama pay rent, and you say it, bitch. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, like in my mind, I'm like, what? Are you serious? And I'm like, this is what you stealing for to take care of this clown? Ugh. So that's what happens. So after he hangs up, she hangs up on him because he's talking this crazy ass shit. What he doesn't know, which me and her talked about, which is why I don't understand why she didn't tell me what was going on, because she done talked about so much shit with me that she didn't have to. And so her mother, because she's with this deadbeat dude, her mother wants to take their baby away from them. And what I don't know is the mother has got a hint of, I think that they're on drugs. Okay. The mother is like, oh, I think these motherfuckers is on some meth or whatever the fuck they own. And the mom is like, no, ma'am. And so she's in preparation to take the baby away from them. Or maybe not prep. I think the way we were talking about it, I think she was trying to push Kelly to leave him and they take care of the baby. But you got to get rid of this deadbeat dude. But Kelly loves him. But he's sorry and tired and on drugs. So I think the mama was making the threat to push her to leave him. I don't think she wanted to just take her baby away from her daughter, because this is her only daughter and this is her only grandchild. And her daughter is older. Like, her daughter is older than me. So her having this baby is, now I don't want to say a miracle, but this is like the last chance that she was, she about to get up. Them baby making years is almost over for her because she's older. And so she finally has a baby, her only daughter. So I think she was just doing that to kind of push her to get rid of him, but she wouldn't get rid of him. But anyway, I tell her, yo, he about to call the police on you and they're going to lock you up. At least if you run out the door right now, you can go home and get your situation in order and then turn yourself in when you're ready. Instead of them lock you up right now and your mama ain't got no way to take care of the baby. She can't go to work because she will work in the daytime and her mama will work at night or something like that. Now she got the baby at home and you get locked up and she can't go to work. All that is just too much. At least you can go home now, figure out your situation, and turn yourself in when you can. Because they're going to put a warrant out for your arrest anyway. But at least you can get situated, even if you got to get the fuck up out of here. Whatever you need to do, you can do that if you leave right now. Because I ain't going to stop you, bitch. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm literally telling you, bitch, hit it. Like, because I know your situation. Girl, go out that back door. Because they about to call they're not about to call the police. We're waiting on the police to come right now. So take your ass out that back door and go get situated. And so you have some type of control of the situation. Does that make sense? Y'all think, I know it makes sense to y'all. Y'all not stupid. But her dumb ass did not listen. I don't know what was going through her mind, but she did not listen. She just sat there and waited for the police to come. And at that moment, I realized that, yup, she white. Yeah, this is a whole white person. because bitch, any black person in their right mind, child, would have hit it. Brown person, I don't know. If I didn't believe she was white before, I definitely believe that she was white in that moment. I got you. I see what you mean, because I'm explaining this very clearly. And if this was a black girl sitting in front of me, she would have been like, bitch, you know what? So you right. I'm up out of here. But baby, she had got wore out, and it just was a gag that she went from this pull yourself up by your bootstraps Republican politic person to the thieving, stealing from this company person that got to be fired because you stealing and a drug addict. Ain't that much boot pulling in the world, baby. But it also it reminds me that people's politics that they put out in public is not the politics that they actually live by. And that is a perfect segue into Benzino and Shauna Brooks' story. Y'all like how I did that? So let's talk about Benzino and Shauna Brooks. The subject of this talk. Alrighty, so Shauna Brooks is a trans, popular trans. Like I don't know what she is as far as the job that she does. I know she's into sex work. I know she's been a part of different. Um, I don't know. I know she's done different TV things like different shows that she's been a part of. Maybe shows, reality TV situations, promotion, stuff like that. I don't know exactly what she does. So let's call her uh, um, a trans celebrity socialite, like a trans online personality, like a socialite. I think that's more classy. She's a public figure, personality. Okay, I'll take that. So she's that. That's what she does. And she to me, she's in that vein that kind of like T.S. Madison was before like these opportunities. She's funny, she does funny videos, she has funny social commentary, she's a beautiful girl. Um, she's a girl out in these streets living life, and she's just I remember her that's her new iteration. Previously, I remember seeing her traveling the country as a sex worker and seeing her and Bianca Baxter, who has passed away. Rest in peace, Bianca. They just used to be like the dynamic duo of sex workers, kind of traveling the country, making money and hustling, taking sickening pictures, and just living this fab sex worker trans girl life. It was they used to take sickening pictures. They just was her and Bianca was just these beautiful trans women that I just love seeing their pictures when they always had like new, really high end pictures. It just was they just were I don't know they just were beautiful girls. Like it just to me, there's some girls that you just admire, and I'm not a hater ass bitch that if you look sickening, I'm a kind of think negative of you. I'm the type that if you doing it, I'm gonna be like, yes, these bitches is sickening, and that's what I thought about her. And then recently, she turned into like this personality that is just, she always got funny. The power of the lash. She's just a funny girl. She just does things. There's little things that she says that you hear other people say. She just has she's like an influencer or whatever. Yes. God, Bianca was real as rain. Yes, she was. Yes, Trisha and Shauna, the girl when you hear people say, yes, the girl in the pictures, that is something that comes from them. And I got to do a show about the impact of the trans girls of the 2010s. I seen a post about Amaya Scott being quite influential when it comes to hair, these different color hair. And I'm not talking about in the sense of, of course, people have been wearing different color hair for forever. But the styling of lace wigs and color, that rainbow colors, just different colors and different looks that Amaya Scott did. People weren't doing it on this level with lace wigs like it until her. Amaya definitely was a trendsetter, and there's a couple of staple, excuse me, couple of staple things that is said in our culture that a lot of the girls have set the trends to do. And so we gotta do it. I gotta do a show about that. But anyway, um, yes, that is who Shauna is. So apparently she has been in a DL relationship with Benzino. And 50 Cent has got a hold of of the videos. And of course they had to get them from her. Um, and has posted them on his social media. And it is quite interesting that let's play it. I'll play one of them. See if I can find it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I want to play the sound. You don't fucking look bad, I do. You can never look bad. Show them because see, in this world, you ain't doing nothing wrong. It would be wrong if I did. Can't you get that through your head? You're not looking bad, Shauna. You're looking like a fucking chick. Hey, it's just a chick and she trying to fuck with a nigga. I'm looking wrong because what the fuck are you doing trying to fuck with a transgender? You see how he switched from calling her a chick to calling her transgender when it applied for him. So, so, so apparently it's a couple of videos that was exposed in this conversation, but that one in particular, in regards to a DL nigga who how they talk to us as trans women is quite annoying to me. It is it's gaslighting. Like you're protecting your own shit. Like he just said, "Oh, you just being a chick that is trying to talk to a nigga." But when it comes to you, you fucking with a trans person. Like somehow it's switched when it's applied to us. Like you're totally ignoring the consequences that happen to us as trans people being out. And because you the cis guy, you can sit in the closet, you can get access to our bodies, you can get access to all of your fantasies with no consequences of being out. But it's okay for us. And so a lot of people is like, oh, we shouldn't out, we shouldn't out. I am not that person. If you are a person that I know that you're queer and I find it out and I don't know you and I know it, I don't feel like I should out you because you are, that's your business to tell. But if you are a nigga that's in my life that is manipulating me with these conversations, mansplaining your situation to me, dragging me along in these no positive ending relationships with the promise of being this or being that, if you're doing that to me, I don't give a fuck about people's opinion about outing. If there's something happen and you throw me away after telling me all these lies and selling me the moon and stars, sometimes this is my only retaliation against you to wear you out. And I'm okay with wearing you out. That's why I'm Team Will Smith. Sometimes we need the violence. Sometimes this is the only thing that we have to hit you back with after you throw us away, because there's nothing we can do because don't nobody know about the relationship we in. And so you're just gonna ride off in the sunset with a new trans woman on the low or some new chick, new cisgender chick, and I'm just thrown away after you done got all of what you needed to get out of me after stringing me along in the relationship. So I'm one of them people that no, if it's some random person that you know is in the closet and you telling their business, no, I'm against that. But some dude that is emotionally manipulating me into being in the closet and being on download, selling me promises and shit, and then you throw me away, bitch, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about what your consequences of what happens to you. I don't give a care about that. And it can be wrong all day. Same thing. That's why I'm Team Will Smith, child. I can be wrong. Violence can be wrong all day. You talk about my wife, you talk about my husband, you talk about my mom, you talk about my brother, you talk about somebody who I love and disrespect them, I'm gonna smack your motherfucking ass. Period. I'll deal with the consequences later. 10 years, no, 10 years, no Oscars, cool. When the Oscar weekend come up, I'll go sit on the beach somewhere and feel good. And feel good about me protecting my people. And so violence is sometimes a necessary part of life. But what makes this quite the interesting story is that me and Benzino has a history. And one of the things that happened with Benzino was back in 2020. Y'all remember when Lil Nas X had when he had a BET performance, right? And everybody, Lil Bootsy, T.I., everybody had this opinion and had to share their opinions about Lil Nas X, right? Everybody wanted to share opinions and talk all kinds of shit about the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, and this hypocritical position of the kids shouldn't be seeing that. I shouldn't have to explain this to my children. And one of those people was Benzino. Benzino was like, y'all gotta understand that guys like me and Lil Boosie, we didn't grow up with this shit. We don't know about this shit. This shit is new. And y'all got, just like we gotta respect y'all gotta respect us. And da 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 da. And this just we just ain't with it. So you dick riding Boosie while dick riding Shauna. Is that the tea? That what's happening? That's what I'm seeing. So now that you dick riding Boosie, is now that you're exposed, did that dick riding pay off? Because is Lil Boosie gonna defend you now that you're one of us? I really doubt it. I really doubt it. I really doubt it. And the irony of you talking shit about this gay man's performance, the hypocrisy is already there. That is tons of heterosexual performance out here doing the thing that y'all ain't worrying about y'all kids seeing. Tons of dykes shit that y'all love because the male gaze, lesbianism is wonderful, especially two femmes is wonderful under the male gaze. We ain't got to teach our kids nothing about that, but y'all love to see that. Y'all don't say nothing about that stuff. Y'all don't say nothing about the shooting and the killing and objectifying women. Y'all ain't worried about what that's gonna do to your kids and how that's gonna teach your kids. Definitely not no little Boosie ass, because he pays prostitutes to suck his to molest his sons. So he's a whole other basket fucking creep case. But you, Benzino, the fact that you have the hypocritical view to be judging this gay man's performance and not judging all the other stuff that could be negative to your children, quote unquote. You have the nerve to be doing all of this while simultaneously in a relationship with a trans woman behind the scenes. And I have said this so many times. What gets on my damn nerves about people is when you could just choose to shut the fuck up. You can just choose to be quiet. If you instead of sharing your shitty ass opinion about queer people and what we're doing and how we're doing it and da 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 da, you can just shut up and be quiet. But instead of your DL ass being quiet, you want to add to the fodder of negativity against this gay man. Why you playing with trans peen? It's the cognitive dissonance for me. That's what it is for me. It's that you have no cognition of the hypocrisy of this. And this is how they live. And then you got people defending, oh, you never should out people. It's violent because we know the consequences. But he wasn't worried about the consequence of adding to the fodder that out queer people have to deal with every damn day. They don't worry about those consequences when they're speaking against queer people. How you gonna be on a DL and anti-queer, anti-LGBT? When you one of us. And that's another thing about DL niggas. You are one of us. You are the B at the very least, if not the fucking G. You are the B at the very least. Definitely the Q. So you are actually one of us, baby. But you are choosing to. And Benzino, you ain't no motherfucking superstar celebrity motherfucker that we give a fuck about your opinion like that. You ain't no, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really that, you not that nigga no more. Like, I guess I don't even know when you was that nigga. But whatever got you popular, that day has gone. Whatever that day was. That ship has sailed, it's done. So you really could have just been quiet. So I get in those comments, and in the comments, I'm talking about how hypocritical it is. And he get to talking in under my comment about, this is on his page, about how in Boston, there wasn't no gay people where he was from in Boston. Now, as a girl who grew up in Indianapolis and partly Boston, when I was literally living in Dorchester, in Massachusetts, in Boston, in the Dorchester area, now he said in the 90s, it just wasn't out like that. He didn't know no gay people in Boston where he was from. I was literally 11 years old in 1992 when the trans pioneering political icon that is Althea Garrison was exposed as a trans woman by the Boston Globe. And it was all over the newspapers in 1992. But were no gay people in Boston? I seen gay people tipping around all the time in Boston, Massachusetts. But were no gay people in Boston where you was from? You a fucking lie. You are a liar. And as a person who has their finger on the pulse of the community, I done heard many times that you was DL. Now, I didn't know who the girl was, but somebody knew because it got back to me. And so the fact that you in these comments acting like Lil Nas X is a poison on the world, and you just so happen to be DL, and you have to be, and you want to claim that you didn't know no gay people in Boston, get the fuck out of here. And you a celebrity, and you didn't come in contact with any gay people in the 90s behind the scenes. We set the tone of fashion all the time, have been doing it. Queer folks have been setting the tone. And you ain't about to tell me you ain't came across no gay people in the 90s. So much so that you don't know about none of this in 2021. And so when I said all of that, Benzino blocked me. But I understand, because I'm reading your punk ass. So, you got mad. So he blocked me. And that's fine, because I wasn't following you. I only commented because, it was about Little Nas X. And that is like my son in my head. And you're not about to fuck with my children. It's the full circle. It's the full circle of all of this. Absolutely. So here we are. That was June of 2021. Here we are in April of 2022, and you are exposed for being a DL nigga. It's the karma for me. It's the oh really? So you were dick riding Bootsy, talking about you were in one of those guys like me and Bootsy. Oh really? Don't seem like y'all in the same tribe to me at this point. Y'all don't seem like the same type of guys. Maybe because we don't know what Lil Boosie done did either. That's another thing. You just don't know. You just don't know. But the fact that you are sitting here talking to this lady on her phone about how hard it is for you in the closet. Boy, if you don't get your ass out of here, we do not care. What's that mean? We do not care. No, we do not care. We out here getting murdered and killed. And it'll be different if you were being quiet in the closet, silent. You in the closet with your bullhorn spewing out anti-LGBT shit. You think we don't need to open the door and shine some light in this closet? Because you showing us you in there with this bullhorn. So good for her. Now, Shauna might be just exposing it to, to get more popular. Okay. I don't want to be naive and think that she is this poor damsel. I don't want to think that. But if you're a trans woman that date down low cisgender men, we all have had these conversations with these niggas. Am I right or wrong? Put a one up if you had a conversation where a DL nigga was trying to explain to you that it's harder for him to be a closeted DL man than you living openly as a trans woman. Put a one. Thank you so much. And not just cisgender men, not just trans women, but gay men. I know y'all experience it too. Thank you so much. I know y'all experience it too. Cyan said I never let them talk that long. Let me put a bunch of ones. One, bitch. So many times. And that's why we charge these niggas. And this is why we tax niggas. And this is, for me, really, cis women pay attention to. It feels so much better when you done tax the nigga who play these games. When all you got out of the situation is a wet pussy or a wet booty hole, open, and you ain't got shit out of the situation other than that, it feels way worse than if you done got some rent money, if you done got some mortgage paid, you done got a car, you done got a cute ass bag that you wanted, you done got something out of it when they get to playing these games. So this is why you always get something. Tax these niggas. Do not fucking let them use you, manipulate you, keep you in the dark, be this motherfucking secret thing without getting something out of the motherfucking pockets. Period. This go for side chicks where you trans, side dudes, cisgender gay men who have trans, whatever you are, hit them pockets. If they keeping you in the closet, this is a discretion fee. This is a discretion fee. This coin that you're giving me keeps my mouth shut. When them coins stop, the consequences is the consequences, baby. The coins keeps that secret. The coins keep the lock on that door. So clearly, you probably stopped the coins, and she said, good for her. Because who don't care about outing when you are harming me, when you are stringing me along, when I'm a scorned woman? I do not care. Same as the lesbian community, so many DL women. It is a lot of DL women. But it just is. DL cis women don't get the same consequences as DL equal. They might get some consequences, but it's just not equal to DL cis men. We understand that there's some things that happen, but if you're being quiet, I can be sensitive. If you're in the closet being quiet, I can be sensitive to you. I can be sensitive to, you know, God, I'm so scared to come out. I'll lose my family. I'll lose my friends. I'll lose everybody. You know, I can be sensitive to that. I can see, you know, because I've seen that. But if you in the closet talk about no homo, little Nas X, what about the kids? You in the closet in the dark? Talk about you, one of them guys. This is not how my community. And let's talk about how old you are. You are 55. You are too old for this foolishness. You 55? Nigga, you almost on AARP, bitch, and you still worried about the world? You about to get a discount at the movies, bitch ass nigga, and you worried about the world? Tell me that. I don't understand it. I, how? Tell me, how are you almost, you knocking on 60 and you ain't got enough balls to just like what you like? And you supposed to be a man. That's another thing that I don't understand. The idea of being a man is about standing on your own 2 feet and doing the shit you want to do and standing in it. 10 toes down, this is me. That's the idea that everybody was selling me when I was younger. That you navigate the world like I'm the shit. I take up space. This is me. You don't like it? F you. But somehow you can't be honest with the world about what you like. But you the big man. You the big cishet man with the reputation. That's just how I am. Especially if you got money. Because money protects you from certain consequences. You got business and money, and you can't even stand on your 2 feet and say, this is what I like. Nigga, fuck you. Explain that to me. When you got poor queer people out here standing tall, this is me. We got kids being bullied by governors standing tall, this is me. We got high schoolers, this is me. Yeah, you can call me all these names at school. We got whole governors trying to legislate against me, harassing my parents. But your weak, cishet, ex hip hop star, nigga with money, you can't stand on your own 2 feet? What kind of bitch ass shit is that? Explain that to me. Cause somebody explain it, cause I don't understand. Black said that face already on AARP. Shauna was getting her coins, and she should, cause his face wasn't hitting on shit. And you know, they ain't my type. I don't like light skinned niggas, and I don't like niggas that look like albino turtles. So that ain't really my team. But I do like coins. So if he's shelling out the coins, we probably would have been doing something. Thank you for educating me about Althea Garrison, Diamond. I just Googled and read up. Who knew? Thank you for learning. She is still alive. Wow. And she's a Republican too, so fuck her too. But yeah, she did break ground. So give the girl her flowers. But fuck her. P56. Not after not paying Red Roof Child. Fluorescent beige. Yes, child. I just don't understand it. It frustrates me. It just gets me angry. It's I just don't understand, especially as somebody who's been in this game for so long, and I'm seeing the shift. I'm seeing the shift in how there's literally people out here getting famous and getting a coin by saying, we just talked about it on my last episode, y'all. They're literally out here exposing their trans attraction to get popular, to get OnlyFans coins, to literally, like, we are not in the 90s, my nigga. There's a certain freedom that you can have right now because the trans and femme, gay men, and masculine lesbians have laid a foundation for you to be able to be open. We have laid a foundation where it is not as dire. The consequences are not as dire to you if you're out. So it's I can't run with you not being out. But if that's your choice, but definitely not being out and being shady to the LGBT community when you can just be quiet. That's why I'm so mad. It's not that the DL. If you want to be DL, cool. Not with me. But if you're choosing da da da, whatever. But if you're DL and talking shit about the community, baby, expose. Please expose them. Open up the closet and shine every light in it. Hip hop especially is full of Benzinos. Just check out full toxic energies. Homophobia trying to keep up an image to please hip hop. Child, fuck hip hop. Facts. Amen. So I just find it to be annoying, and I wanted to talk about it and talk about just dudes like that. I feel, and 50 Cent is petty. We know 50 Cent is petty. We know that he's a homophobe. But him calling out Young Buck and his trans love affair, and now calling out Benzino and his trans love affair. We know it, but I live. I this is the consequences of you being. Now, look, when you was talking shit about Lil Nas X, okay, you was adding to the negativity against him. Now, your guys, the guys that you said, guys like us, your guys is getting you together. Like you was getting Lil Nas X together. Your guys are getting you together, bruh. Your guys are getting you together. It's all fair game. He could be quiet too. But no, y'all folks, y'all type of guys, y'all can't be quiet. Y'all like to add to the fodder of negativity to LGBTQ people. Y'all like to add to it. You, the Dave Chappelles, the 50 Cents, T.I., the Baby, all these type of people. All these things that have come up in the past year or two, y'all love to add to the fire. So now that they know that you're one of us, feel the burn. Feel the burn, baby. Feel it. This is what it feels like. I know you were trying to avoid it. I know you were trying to avoid the burn by being in the closet, but you wasn't in the closet quiet. You was in the closet being loud and anti-LGBT. So feel the burn, because this is what happens. This is what comes with the territory. Great. And I would defend you. If you were just outed just because, I would be defending you. I'd be like, why are they outing his business? Why are y'all doing this? Oh, let's talk about outing a little bit. So, 1 second. I want to read this comment to y'all because there's a framing that is happening in this scenario that I quite don't like. Every outing situation is not the same, so we can't treat it the same. Okay, Jerome Tremel said, imagine, talking about Shauna, imagine outing someone in 2022 at your big age. This is late, tired, though. She should be ashamed of herself. And then he screenshots another post that he posted. And he says, trans women who out straight men for sleeping with them can't take serious. If you consider yourself a woman, a straight guy sleep with you, then where's the controversy? And try to imply that he's gay for sleeping with you is only confirmation that you don't actually consider yourself a woman. Sips tea. Now, this is a homosexual man who is actually exposing his transphobia. Now, let me explain to you why what he's doing is transphobic. Me exposing a dude has nothing to do with my gender identity. The consequences of the world, me knowing and utilizing the consequences of the world has nothing to do with how I identify. When I expose you, it is not me who is saying that you're gay. It is me just letting the world know that you deal with trans women. And this is a trans woman talking to you. I am not somebody that is fully invested in calling a man straight for dealing with a trans woman. Now, this is where I might not the community might not agree with me, but we're not a monolith, so don't, we're not a monolith. To me, there is some queerness involved. I won't call it gay. I have an issue with somebody calling a man who dates me gay. That's weird. But I'm actually okay with it being queer because we do some queer stuff in this house. When you come through this door and you're in the web of this boudoir, there's some queer stuff happening. So I let people self-identify. If he dealing with this trans woman and he says that he's straight, cool, you straight. Whatever you want to be, I don't care about that. So me exposing you has nothing to do with what I consider myself. It has nothing to do with me trying to make him seem like he's gay. What I'm doing is wielding the power of the consequences to wear you out. You are somehow making it about my gender identity, about my reasonings. Does that make sense? Like you're making you're making it like I really think I'm a man, so I'm exposing him like he likes men. No, I'm not exposing him like he likes men. I'm exposing him on the fact that he likes this type of woman. So this image of cis heteronormativity that he wants to give, this is not true. You don't live a cis heteronormative lifestyle because I'm included in your lifestyle. So let's not pretend that we are something that we're not. That doesn't mean I'm saying that you're gay. What it means I'm saying is that you are not cis het. You are a part of this group just as well as I am. So you acting silly and being crazy and doing weird ass shit and being homophobic and transphobic when you're actually over on our team, you are op, you a coon just on the gender identity level or in sexual orientation level. You're acting like a coon. You're acting like it's something that you're not. And that doesn't mean that I'm thinking that you are gay because you deal with me. But you're not cishet. I don't care what I'm. And this may, like I said, this may be something that other trans women or trans men or whatever um, um, disagree with. Like I said, we are not a monolith, and I'm just one person sharing my opinion. But I do not believe that a cis person that dates a trans person, I don't think that relationship is cis het. I don't think that relationship is not queer. That's my opinion. I don't think it's gay. I don't think it's same gender loving situations. I don't think it's that. I think it's two different genders, but I still think it's queer. It's like me dating a trans man. Somebody could easily say, technically, that's heterosexual, but I still think it's queer. I think that's a queer relationship. I think me being with a trans man is a queer relationship to me, but this is my own opinion. And for you to make it about me thinking that, oh, you're doing that, you don't think yourself, you don't think you're a woman. That's because you don't think I'm a woman. And you think that this is a gotcha moment, and it's not, Mr. Trammell. It's not. Cis queer sister here, I see it the same way, Donna. Relationships is not straight. You're queer to me. And it does not make the man loving a trans woman gay. I totally agree. Oh, that makes sense. So much sense when you put it that way. Let me tell somebody's husband. In the web, honey. Facts. But yes, now if the girl is saying, you like boys too, then that's one of them butch queens up in drag, honey. But most trans women like Ashana is not going to be saying that she's, well, I don't know, because her and Madison they'll be giving. Sometimes when they be talking, I'll be like, ooh, that's not me. Sometimes they be giving a whole different. I ain't heard of Madison doing it in a minute, but I know back in the day she used to. But sometimes it be giving. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it be giving. I'm a butch queen up in drags. If they're saying shit like, yeah, you like boys too, he like men, yeah, he gay, then what you're saying is right. What you're saying is right, Jerome. But as far as me and my house, when I expose a dude, it is not about him liking boys or him liking men and da da da. It's about you're not as cishet as you want to give to the world. You over playing in the dark arts too. You over here with Professor Snape. You over here with Lord Voldemort. You over here playing in the dark arts, honey. You ain't all Hufflepuff. You ain't on the good side. So no, ma'am. Some people carry internalized transphobia. They still know the difference in the implication. Yes, they do. Absolutely. They do. They do. They do. Yeah. Mm. But yes, what do y'all think? I'm gonna turn it over to y'all. I've talked enough about it. I'm just one of them people that think like I think about violence. Sometimes violence is just a part of life, and sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's never necessary to smack a motherfucker. Sometimes it's necessary to bop. There's sometimes that it's just necessary. Um, and that's what I feel about outing. I do not think you should out somebody who is you just know they're not doing anything to you. You just know that they're queer and they're closeted, and you want to just expose them. And it has not. I think that is awful and weird and horrific. And I don't think you should just out people. There are literally people who have kids themselves because they got, somebody had recorded. Remember Tyler Clementi? Is that what his name was? Tyler Clementi. Tyler Clementi suicide?
According to Wikipedia,
yes.
Tyler Clementi.
Yes, Tyler Clementi. Yes, Tyler Clementi. I guess somebody had recorded him having, or I can't remember what happened, but his queerness got exposed and he killed himself. Look up Tyler Clementi. It's something that happened a couple of years ago. Um, in 2000 and not a couple of years, about a decade ago. In 2010, and it was a big thing. And so, but he's not the only one. Um, and he wasn't ready to come out. Do you see what I'm saying? And in those situations, I get it. You shouldn't be exposing people. But when it comes to you playing with people's emotions and emotionally manipulating them and you doing shady stuff and being anti-LGBT, I'm not gonna have any sympathy for you. I'm sorry. It's like Ed Buck. Ed Buck just got 30 years for having those dead bodies found in his custody. Those black male, gay male bodies dead over overdose or whatever. He just got 30 years. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. I'm not feeling sorry for you. Sorry, baby. When you being shady or getting away with murders and getting away with shit or doing some crazy shit, no. You know, I feel sorry for what's his name? What's the one from Florida that got exposed? Um the dark skinned cute guy that was doing really good politically in Florida. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They got exposed with the gay escorts, and his wife stood by him. Andrew, yes, 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 yes. Those situations. Like I felt sorry for him. He did some stupid stuff, but he wasn't doing no harm to nobody. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't shading people. Gullum, that's what it is. Gullum, Andrew Gullum. Yeah, Andrew Gullum. And so I felt sorry for him. Like, damn, my nigga. Like, damn. I felt sorry for people like that, where it's just exposed like for no reason. Like they ain't being shady to people; it just get exposed because people want to be messy. I feel sorry for people like that. But people who are being negative to the LGBT community, get out of here. Get out of here, sweetie. I'm not. You get no sympathy from me. And the wife knew he was bi. Yes, there's a lot of wives that know that they husbands get down. Get out of here. Hmm. So though I care in the sense of, I care about if if you just a regular motherfucker being on the low. I understand a politician being in the closet. I understand it. Especially if your wife know, like your wife know you buy, and she said she knew, and y'all just trying to be, y'all don't want to be judged. I get it. I understand. I don't want you exposed unless you like these politicians in the on the Republican side, where y'all is fighting against gay marriage, fighting against abortion, fighting against the queer people on every turn. But you getting caught with escorts. Do you know how many Republicans, politicians there is literally a Wikipedia list of Republicans who have gotten caught with male escorts in gay love triangles. Those people should be exposed. I don't care. Out it. Out like Lady Macbeth. Out, damn spot, out. Out them. Have you ever outed somebody? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Many of times, and will again. If you play with me, it's you. Mine is usually retaliation. It's not outing. There's two things that has to happen if I'm going to out you. It's a it's a retaliation. Like I'm you did something to me and I'm getting back at you. My one of my ex, I've talked about him. His name is Jonathan. I talked about it in I think one of my old videos called Closure, Birthday Closure, or something like that. Jonathan. Jonathan stole he stole the rent money and was trying to hit it. Um, Jasper, she needs to listen to the came. Yeah, he came on the bus. Yeah, it's called something about Brandon is telling you that. So yes, that. And I literally, before he could go home to his family, I overnighted pictures of me and him giving me some head. I overnighted the pictures to his parents, his evangelist parents, because you're not gonna play with me and my money, and hit it on the bus and leave like ain't gonna be, and I'm just stuck with no consequences to give you. Oh, that's what we doing. I'm gonna show you. Hey, money. Yeah, no. He came on the bus and left on the bus. Yes, that's a wonderful story. You should check it out and leave some comments and thumbs up. It's an amazing story. So, absolutely, you are not about to wear me out. After I have invested time in you, you're not about to take my money and hit it. You got me fucked up. That's not about to that's not what's about to happen, baby. And so yes. Another thing. What other thing? If you being shady to some LGBT people in my face and I know you get down, I'm exposing you. I remember in college, there was this gay boy walking past, and this dude that I got down with is in the crowd of niggas laughing at this gay boy. Oh, you think it's funny? Oh, it's a joke. Well, let me see if this is funny. Did you tell them that we got down before? Because I think that they would know that. I think they should know that to see if they think it's funny. Since you think queer folks is funny and you getting your kikis, I want to laugh too. I want to be a part of the joke. So oh, oh really? So that. Oh, and another thing. Now this one isn't too. I don't know if I think I don't. That one to me, I feel very, very justified in. When it's retaliation or you're being shady to the community, I feel very, very justified in. But this is a whole flip side that I can't say that I'm fully justified in it, but this is where, every honey, sometimes your face is problematic, and sometimes I'm problematic, and sometimes, I'm not perfect, so sometimes I might do something that, contradicts what I might say. But if you are a trans woman and you trying to holler at my brother and he don't know you trans, I'm gonna tell your T. I am and have and will and does. Don't play with me, bitch. I've done it. We'll do it. We'll continue to do it. Usually, any situation that I've been in like that, my brother has brought it to me. It's not like I'm like, Diamond, you got a new camera because it looks good. No, it's the same camera. Thank you, Raven. No, it's the same camera that I've been using. I need a new one. I would like another kind, but this one is fine. This is a Apple Logi something. Um, but yes, I remember my little brother met this trans girl on Black Planet, and he clocked her and brought it to me to say, to be 100% for sure. He was like, I think this trans girl is trying to trick me. Do you know her? And I looked at her and I was like, yes, I know that bitch. That's a trans woman. And yes, I exposed her in that way. And so he hit her up and was like, yeah, that's not my thing. My sister is trans, honey. So yes, if it's problematic, yeah, I'm problematic. I'll be that. How was your brother? I remember I did a video with him years ago. I actually did a recent video with him last year. But how is my brother doing? My brother is amazing. I am currently, last night I got my fifth nephew. He just had a baby. And you see that name? Langston Antonio. I got to help name him. So me and my brother's favorite game when we were younger was Zelda. And so when we were thinking about names, we was thinking about Link, like from Zelda Link. And so we were like, how can we make it black though? And so his other son name is Jackson. So I was like, why don't we name him Linkston? And me and my brother loved the name. And so since we both are and y'all remember Link, the gold cartridge of Zelda. We used to, that's just something that we share, me and my little brother, we share about that. And so we named him Linkston. Linxston. Linx, I think that's how they spell it. Linxston, Linkston. And my other brother's middle name is Antonio. So we called him, so we all are included in his name. We called him Langston Antonio. Isn't that so cute? Let's go, Harul name. Yes, the hood of Harul, baby. So we named him. So I got to name my fifth nephew, my fourth nephew, but fifth niece and nephew thinking. So I have evolved into a new level of auntie. I now have 5 nieces and nephews, so that has to come. That means I have graduated from, the auntie that gives you amazing gifts. I am now the auntie that goes on exotic trips because I'm about to go out of the country. So now I'm exotic trip auntie. New level, new baby, new level of auntie. So this is my 4th nephew, and I have 1 niece, and her name is Majesty. My I just love their names. Her name is Majesty. I love that. So yes, he is doing amazing. He is in his feelings. He's been sending me videos. He's just in his feelings because my brother is a family man. And so him having a new baby and he just he's just so excited. He's just one of the people that likes fatherhood. And so all of us wanted a girl because he already has a now I'm blurry. Okay. All of us wanted a girl because he already had a boy. So we like, I wish we could have another girl because he doesn't have a girl. He only has 1 boy. And then Majesty, she is my brother that I don't say I don't get along with him. Now we're back cool, but I can't get close to her because my brother is not with her mother. This is the thing about having nothing but boy siblings. It's different when you have a girl child. They're closer with the grandmother. So say my mother had another girl, her children would be so close to my mom. But when it's nothing but boys, the baby mama is usually close to her own mother, so it's hard for you to have a relationship with them. Does it make sense? Because it's not your mama that. Am I explaining that right? Y'all get what I'm saying? Because usually whoever the mom is close to their own mom, and so the child is close to them instead of the paternal grandmother. Do you see what I'm saying? And so it's hard for me to have a relationship with them. And so my niece, my only niece, she is by my other brother, and so she lives in Tennessee, and I just don't have a relationship. Um, yeah, the child is usually closer to the maternal family. Yeah, and so I just don't have a relationship with her. So all the girly stuff that I want to do for my niece, I can't really do and get the same vibe because it's hard. I can't do it. And so if Rakim, my youngest brother, has a baby, um, if my not rich yet, but doing a little something. Um, if my youngest brother has a baby, I'm and I can be closer to um his daughter because we're closer than me and my other brother. So it's just hard. So I wanted we all and because he already had a boy, we wanted to have a girl, but we all knew that she was having another boy because we are one of the people who want to know so we can spend money and prepare to get it. But my brother didn't want to know until the child was born. So we have been keeping it a secret from him that he was having another son because he's the only one out of all of us who wanted another son. And so he has another son. Diamond, you should have a girl. I'm over the idea of having children. When I was in my 30s, I was like, oh, I should have a child. Let me date trans men and maybe have a relationship and a child. And a child. Mm-mm. Now, when I hit like 38, I was like, yeah, bitch, you like to travel too much. You like your money too much. I don't want to. I don't think it's for me. I'm on my Oprah Winfrey shit. I do think I would have some pretty ass kids though, but we all think that. I am my child. Amen. Me and my boyfriend aren't too fond of kids, so we decided this. I actually love kids. I love well mannered. I love you don't have to be like you can be wild. I like kids who are wild, but I don't like kids that are disrespectful. Um but if you listen, but I like being playful with kids. I like giving them gifts. I like just the innocence of kids where you nice to them, they nice to you. I love that. I thoroughly enjoy being an uncle. I feel no need to be a parent at all. Yeah, I think I'm the type I like the like my nephew came out here and I had a day to I had him to myself and we went to the aquarium, we went to a restaurant, we like and then when we're done with the day, I give you back to your parents. The whole day was full of fun and it's just about entertaining them. It's about finding fun stuff to do and shit. So that was amazing. And so that was fun. But at the end of the day, I'm tired. Great. I can give you back to your mama. Kids make you feel like a kid again. Exactly. I loved it. Being with him at the aquarium and all that kind of stuff just made me so, 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 so happy. It was just a joyous day. Look, money. I had a picture of me, you, and Nikita at the Schomburg. I ran across this picture the other day. I hope that was a true thing. And this is us on the way to the museum, me and my nephew. We look cute. Don't he look like me? He looks so cute. And this is us at the aquarium. So cute. And this is us driving on the little trolley. Wait, let me play it. Oh, so cute. And this is us driving on the carousel. I love this. My fat ass couldn't get on the carousel thing. I could not get up on the whatever the other one was. I had to sit on the seat. After working. Hey Bella, Bella, I think somebody took over your account because they were talking to me and trying to scam me. So you might want to change your password. They were trying to get me to send them a link so they can try to take over my account like they did yours, child. They were trying to scam me, and I was like, girl, she wouldn't even be trying to get me to send her link. So I know you done took over her account and get out of here. I knew it wasn't you. Um, we've been on for a little over an hour and a half. Yes, 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 yes. I always like freedom of no kids too. Yeah, I don't make enough money to have kids running around. I'm broke. I guess if I was like if I was a well-to-do person, like if I was making over like 75 a year, maybe like 100, 150 in Houston, not somewhere else. I know when I be saying these prices, y'all be like, ooh. But in Texas, the cost of living is really low. So you can live really, really good, like with 75K, 100K. You can live for a single person. You can live really, really decently. Um, have you seen the new Chaser dude that went viral? Yes, I've already talked about him on my last Friday's live. I think if we're talking about the light skinned boy who said he'll suck trans king, I talked about that on my last live. So check that out. Baby, all the pics and videos of cute kids will have my phone low on storage, baby. um, but yes, child. Ooh, 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 ooh. So yes, I will expose you. But my brother is doing really, really well because he is now a father of two. Um, and he is, just so ecstatic about being a parent and just seeing my brother, be an adult man. Like literally, I used to fucking have to pick boo boo out of my brother's butt when he was constipated. When he was a baby. If you ever had a child that you had to, especially if you're a mother, sometimes when they are constipated, you gotta push their little legs back and kind of help them the boo boo come out. And I'd have had to undo his pants, and he pee all in your face. And this little pissy brat is now a grown man with his own children. Ah! It blows my mind. He is grown. It's so many memories of my brother being a kid and him just uh now he's an adult with his own children to pee on his face. Second reason that I have it. Yes, my brother. But also, that is one of the reasons why my middle brother, the middle one, when he was being homophobic, I couldn't accept it. Like I cannot give you any grace when it comes to me accepting me because I have done too much for you as an older sibling. Like I done changed your diaper. I taught you how to read and write. I have literally protected you, fought for you. I've done too much for you not to accept me or be shady to me about being trans. I'm sorry, baby. It's just not gonna happen. I can't accept it. Um, it's just not. I can't accept it. If I done change your shitty diapers, you don't get to call me anything but my right pronouns and my right name. If I have fought people and beat their ass before bullying you, you don't get to call me anything but my right pronouns and my name. This fucking earring keeps falling. My right pronouns and my right name. It's just not gonna happen. You don't get to call me anything except the right thing. And if you can't be in my life. I done been through too much with you. Diamond, you have gotten experience motherhood in a way. Yes, I really not fully, but especially the duties of motherhood every time. I still remember when he took his first step. Absolutely. And my name is all of my brother's first words because I was so helping. My mother called my name. My mother's a single mother. Because my mother called my name all the time. My name is the first name all my brothers say. My birth name, of course, um, but yeah, they say that before Mama and Dada. Hey Eve, how are you? Photography extraordinaire, Eve Harlow. Make sure y'all check her out. Uh, but yes. What else? What else has been going on that we can talk about? Since we already covered Shauna and Benzino. Um, what else? What else going on? Oh, y'all know I gotta come down and get some pictures, Eve. I would love to be behind your camera. Some pictures be looking sickening. I need to make my way down there for real, for real. You gotta send me your prices, girl, so I can see if I can afford them. You doing the celebrities. You doing Oh, I loved your Jabri campaign. I got a Jabri jumpsuit right there that I bought a couple of years ago, about a year ago. And it is so fire. I love Jabri because they have some fire ass plus size clothes. But I love the campaign that you did um, with them. I was already in love with Jabri, and the fact that she used you as the photographer just made me even love her even more. And so, because that was beautiful. But yes, I gotta come down there. I gotta come down. I gotta figure out how I can. I just don't ever come to Florida, but I'll come down there for you. I gotta figure that out. Um, but yeah, so Diamond, you make a great therapist. I actually wouldn't make a great therapist. I would have the skill to be a great therapist, but my own mental health, I wouldn't want to do it. My homegirl Money is a therapist, and she went through so much shit in school, and she's been on the channel, Dr. Montanique McEacher, and she is just burnt out. And I know I would be burnt out. Kind of dealing with other people's issues. I have to do it another way. Like I would love to be a therapist with the skill, but without having to take clients. Like what like is that like if I was a part of an org of therapists who can do it, that I was supervising them, that would be cool. um yeah, I don't know. I do want to start one of my goals in our organization at Black Trans Women's Inc. While I'm thinking about it, if you are a trans woman and you are in the late stages of any kind of surgery, gender affirming surgery, like Like if you're getting silicone removal, breast augmentation or FFS, and you are in the last stages, we are giving small $1,000 grants to people who are in the last stages. We will pay $1,000 to your doctor, not to you, but to your doctor. If you are in the last stages of your, gender affirming surgery experience, um, we actually have some grant money, and we are if you are in that stage. Now you can't be in the beginning of the stage because we ain't about to give you $1,000 and you ain't even close to getting no surgery. But if you are in the last stage of paying and you are $1,000 away, we got $1,000 for you. And so make sure you click the link in the bottom, and we will be able to set it up for you. And we're gonna keep doing it till the money run out. Um, Yes, click the link in the bottom, blacktranswomen.org. And yes, we got that program that we just started last week. So yes, so one of my goals is to, and what we are fundraising for now is I want to start a mental health center for women, not just trans women, for women, period. With either free or sliding scale services that focuses on intimate partner violence and domestic violence and stuff like that. You know, so that is a goal. I don't want to be a therapist, but I want to house therapists that do that work. Too much energy exchange for me. Yes, too much. Maybe I was a case manager and I was burnt out. See, no. Why are you talking about, ooh, you'd be a good therapist? No, you're trying to set me up. We got a mini story time in the beginning before we talked about Benzino. Yes, 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 yes. So, what else? What else? What else is happening? We are also on the 21st of this month. On the 21st, we're actually doing a Black Trans Advocacy Coalition informational, so y'all can know what kind of services that we actually do provide. Um, we are a small org, so usually when we have programs, we be running out of money, and we have to wait for a minute before we get another grant to finish the the applicants out or whatever. And so, what else? What else happened? So it's a, like, for example, like, say people come to us and they homeless. We'll pay your first month's rent, or deposit whatever you need to get you in your place. We'll put you in Airbnb. We'll put you in a shelter. If we know there's a shelter in your area, we'll put you in a shelter if we know it's there. Because some places don't have shelters, but sometimes we'll put you in an Airbnb if we have the resources. And sometimes, a lot of times, we run out. We be like, oh, we can't do nothing for you right now. But sometimes we'll get somebody will donate $10,000 and we'll have some coins to do it. Mm. Have you watched Winning Time on HBO? No, I have not. What have I? You know what? I have been redecorating. I can't show y'all now because my living room is a mess. But I have painted my wall. I can show y'all a picture. I have painted my wall. Um, I would show y'all, but it's looking quite embarrassing, cluttered in here because I had to move all of my stuff to paint my wall. It just looks a mess. But this is how it looks. I had to paint it and put those things. I'm decorating and it just feels so good. So it looks so fire in person. One day I'm gonna have to um, show y'all when it's all finished because it's not finished, but this is almost done. Um, but it looks so good. I'm so proud of myself. It's so good to me. And once it's finished, I'll be able to show y'all. because I have what I'm doing to my living room is creating multiple recording spaces. So y'all know this is going to be my classic one. I have a computer right here that y'all that kind of points out to my whole living room that I'm going to start recording from too. There's going to be an area over here that I'm going to be recording from. I can record from this one, and I can record from that one. So I want to have different spots in my living room where I have recordable locations where the background looks nice and professional. Um, it's a series about Magic Johnson, LA Laker, pretty good acting and a storyline. The cinematic shots of LA are beautiful. HBO does a great job at that. Yeah, I'm not really a basketball fan, and so I've seen the previews, but I just never got into it. Doesn't seem like it's for me. Um, but yes, hopefully I'll be able to decorate it and y'all be able to see the whole thing. Diamond, do you date? No. No, I don't date. I hook up with men that I've been hooking up with for years, but I don't go out on dates. If that's what you're asking me. I would, but I just don't meet men that intellectually stimulate me to want to be around them for a long period of time. Is Bridgerton 2 worth binging? I was entertained by Bridgerton 2, but I do have critiques. I do have critiques. But yes, I liked it. What kind of mic? This is a Samsung. Does it sound good? This is a Samsung. I have an Audio Tech mic. That was my old one. This is the new one. An Audio Techa ATR 2100. And I have a Samsung G Track Pro. That's this right here. Does it sound clear? Does it sound nice? This is my new one. This one is like $100, and this one is like 150 because it has like three settings. It has a setting where only this is going to be picked up, and then it has a setting where this and this. Like, so if you had two people, like if I had somebody across from me, it'll pick up them and me. And then it has an omni setting where it will pick up the whole room. So sometimes, like I'll forget to cut this off, and if you will hear Raven the dog snoring because it will pick up everything in the room. Yes. So this one is like 150, but they had a cheaper one for cheaper than that. That does less. But I love this one. This one's nice. I wish it was I don't know. I want it to be taller. I wish it was like right here. It's something about if it's picking up, that's good. But I don't know why I feel like right here would be better. But yes, it is a Samsung, not Samsung, not like the phones. It's Samsung, like biblical Samsung. Samsung G Track Pro. And I got it from Best Buy. Not playing in the dark arts. Somebody must haven't refreshed because that was said like an hour ago. But yes. So we have 5 more minutes, which I want to talk about, which I want to ask. Before we get to the 2 hour mark. Oh, what has been going on? I'm trying to think of what else. Um, yeah, if y'all know anybody, y'all might want me to meet and hook up with. Not hook up, but y'all know what I mean. Some trans folks, particularly Black trans folks in Paris or in London. let me know. Send me their profiles if you like. If they have an Instagram, send me their profiles and I'll hit them up. But it's been really hard trying to find Black trans people there. I'm really having a hard time trying to find Black trans people in France and in London. I know they are there, but trying to find them is really difficult. I did hit up Lady Phil, which is the UK Black Pride executive director. Um, yeah, soon, Brandon, soon. I bought one, but I hate the sound when I did the audio test, so I'm looking for a new one. Yes, 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 yes. Audio Teca is was my favorite. I loved it. Um, I just bought this one to test it out just to see because it was on sale at Best Buy. So I was like, ooh. And it was USB. It doesn't my Audio Tech one plugs into like my audio box, my mixer, but this one plugs directly into the computer. And it's like, hey, it doesn't have to take up it doesn't have no power cord. Like I don't the power goes from the computer. So it's actually perfect. Did y'all listen to Marsha's play? Did y'all listen to my new song on the end of the show? Did y'all like it? Mm-mm-mm-mm. I did a new segment for Marsha's play called Euphoria and made a new song. I think I'm gonna post it after I get done with this. Just because, or like in a couple of hours once I put it on video form. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes, also, we are on. That's my Miami Vice song. We are also on the road to 1 million listens on Marsha's Plate. We are at, let's see what the number is. As of earlier, the number, the number was 829,620 listens. That's amazing. So we are on the road to 1 million. So make sure you check out the podcast. We put out an episode every week. We put out an episode every Thursday, and we talk about whatever the current events are. We talk about trans news, and we do it all from a Black trans feminist trans inclusive lens. Um, it is me, another trans woman by the name of Mia Mix, and LJ. Please post the full song. Yes, I will be posting the full song probably tonight. If I, yeah, probably tonight in a couple of hours. Um, but I did post the full song in the on the show at the end. I just put it at the end. Um, I listen to your podcast on the way to work almost every day. Yes, come on the way to work, commute listening. That's what I'm talking about. I love commute listeners. They are the most dedicated. um, that's it's funny. With podcasting, we thought everybody, all my podcast friends, we thought that because of the pandemic, our numbers would go up because everybody is stuck at home with nothing to do. But our numbers actually went down during the pandemic because most people listen to podcasts either doing something or on a commute, like on their commute when they're on the train going to work, when they're in the car going to work, blah 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 blah. So actually, because they weren't going anywhere and they were stuck at home doing stuff with their families and da 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 da, our numbers actually went down. Those first like 3 months of the lockdown, everything went down. And so no, I've never heard of those things. Uh-uh. Um, but we realize that that is the reason because most people are listening to us during commutes, and once life got back to quote unquote normal, our numbers skyrocketed back up or and surpassed it because now people are back to commute listening. So, like you said, on the way to work. So yeah, that's quite interesting. I would maybe talk to Tuck Wood Tuck. I think it's Tuck from Gender Reveal podcast. They might be able to help you find somebody because I think I'm not 100% sure. I think they might be trans non-binary. I think. Oh, do I want to talk about this topic? Y'all hear about the two New Jersey cis women inmate getting pregnant by the trans inmate? I'm gonna talk about that on the show next week. So I ain't gonna get it here because that's a whole other conversation, a whole other mess, child. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it like next Friday on the 22nd. But baby, the trans women out here slanging dicks, consensual dick to the cis women, slanging consensual dick, slanging consensual dick, slanging consensual dick, slanging consensual dick, getting the girls pregnant, all that kind of stuff. I love a good lesbian fantasy. Right, lesbian jail fantasy. It's not for me, but I guess when you got nothing else, I know. I guess that could happen. Oh, it's quite interesting. But who wants to be that girl? You are impregnating the chicks in the prison, child. Woo! Uh, but all right, make sure y'all thumbs up if y'all are listening and y'all are still here. I forgot to say it earlier. But thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on the notification bell. Um, what's all the YouTube stuff people say? Make sure you subscribe and cut on the notification bell so you can know when I post videos or when I go live. I'll be forgetting to say that stuff. But yes, make sure you subscribe if you are new here. Make sure you are if you are a member in the member sections. I post the videos, the unedited videos, well, edited in the sense of, I cleaned up like any bullshit in it. I post them in the members only sections of Marsha's Plate so you can see Mia cutting up stuff that I cut out that she dumb shit that she sang. So I make sure I put that in the members only section so y'all can check that out. I just posted a new episode on there. So if you like watching podcasts, you'll be able to hear that. Um, what else is coming up? What else is coming up? Um, I have interview with Tommy Ross coming. I have an interview with Ian Haddock coming. I have an interview with those are ones that I have so far. So they'll be coming soon. I just got finished editing the Ian one, but I'm trying to have these already uploaded and scheduled to post while I'm out of the country. So they are not, so I don't have to be worried about posting. I'll have it already ready for y'all to watch and already scheduled to get it. So I don't have to be on my computer. What T.S. Madison say? So I don't have to be on my computer tapping away while I'm out the country. I'm scheduling all of them in advance, so I don't have to. But that means that these past couple of weeks I've been editing like a mad person because that means I have to edit the normal schedule show and these ones to be ready for next month. Well, next couple of weeks. But all right, y'all. Thumbs up. Thank y'all for listening. If you are a DL niglet, come out the closet. And if you are in the closet, just be quiet. Don't be talking shit about LGBT people with your LGBT ass from the closet. Keep your mouth shut. Boom. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful night. I will talk to y'all next week. Bye bye.